guys, it's been a while. Classic Chris here with another episode of the Classic Chris Show. It's Tuesday, April 21st. That's right, it's 421 day, so I hope everybody had a great 420 and enjoyed it. And for today, I got some topics I'm going to talk about. I know some of it may be old news because it's about 2 weeks into it, but you know what? Fuck it. I stayed silent on a lot of subjects, so I'm going to give everybody my opinion and where I stand on certain issues. So here it comes. I hope you enjoy the video. If not, that's cool. That's just how it is. So here it comes. First thing I'm going to start off with is WrestleMania. Now, I actually enjoyed it. It was a good pay-per-view. That's all I can really say about it. I got the outcome I wanted. Roman Reigns wasn't champion. Daniel Bryan, Intercontinental champion. The only disappointment was... Actually, no, there is no disappointments because you come to expect certain things with WWE, and some of their outcomes, we expected it. We knew it was going to happen, and it doesn't bug me that it did. So, Cena beating Rusev, oh well, it's nothing. Everyone knew it was going to happen. There's no way Rusev was going to beat John Cena. He's not going to beat him at Extreme Rules. But that's just how it is. I'm not shitting on the guy or whatever. It is what it is, and hey, congratulations, John Cena. You won another big match. No one could ever take that away from your career. So, I'm not a fan of John Cena, but I can't deny what he's accomplished in the WWE. So, good for him. The Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns match. That actually, I like that match. It wasn't that bad of a match. I know they were pressed for time, so a lot of things were rushed. But the Welcome to Suplex City, bitch, that was great. I loved it. Brock Lesnar really just defined himself as a kick-ass character, as a badass, as a guy that literally will beat the shit out of anybody, as if he had to prove it before. No, Brock Lesnar is the man. Everybody knows that. That's what made him such a great world champion, such an attraction. I like the cash-in of the Money in the Bank idea for Seth Rollins. I think that was a great idea because Money in the Bank has been around for a while. It's never been cashed in at WrestleMania. You know what? That would have been interesting back in the day. Let's say... one of the WrestleManias when Money in the Bank was done on that show, if the Money in the Bank winner came out after the world title match and won it that night, that would have been something. But no, I like how they did it. Seth Rollins is a good character to go with if you're going to go with somebody new. Might as well give us Seth Rollins because Roman Reigns still has time to grow and still has time to learn. Seth Rollins is just more polished, I guess you could say, to give him the title quicker than before Roman, actually. Which isn't a bad idea for Seth Rollins to be the champion because it's someone new. He always gives us a good match in the ring. Speaking of him giving a good match, that match he had with Randy Orton was great. I love how those two work together. That means it's just going to be a great match at Extreme Rules. The way that Seth Rollins goes for the curb stomp and Randy Orton caught him in the RKO. I wasn't expecting that. That was beautiful. And that was another great match on the show. It was a very good WrestleMania, in my opinion. I was happy to watch it. I didn't fall asleep during it, except for the Triple H promo, because it took way too long to get The Rock out there. It took way too long to get Ronda Rousey in the ring, and it took way too long for anything to happen. So that's the only downfall I had to the pay-per-view, was just that promo. But besides that, balls to the wall, loved it. It was great. WWE outdid themselves on that show, and yeah, I enjoyed it. So, WrestleMania, good job, guys. Good job. And Cena winning didn't even sour it for me because, hey, we saw it coming. If I was a bet man in Vegas, I would have bet the farm on John Cena that night. So, it does not bug me that he won. I'm not a fan of his. If you are, like the immortal Bruce Blitz would say, more power to you. So, with that being said, that's how I feel about WrestleMania. Now I'm just going to keep carrying on because it's been a while, guys. It's been a while, so... I'm just, just shooting the shit with you guys and, just bring up the speed of where I've been, the past couple weeks and such. Okay, so lately you guys have been noticing that I've added a new option to my YouTube page, or my channel, and it's called Cartoon Asylum. Now I'm going to get into what's that's all about, and just so you guys can get an idea of where I'm coming from with that show. Okay, Cartoon Asylum was something that was originally going to be called Anime Asylum, because I was originally just going to be talking about animes. Like High School of the Dead, Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT. That's just to name a couple. I'm going to be doing episodes on Death Note and everything. There's just so many animes I want to get into. So that's why it was originally just going to be based on all animes. It was just going to be, just the Dragon Balls, the Ninja Scrolls, and even some anime movies. But then I decided, there's a shitload of cartoons that I watch that I love still. Spider-Man the Animated Series, the cartoon from the 90s that was on Fox Kids, the X-Men cartoon, Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, the Superman-Batman show that they put together after those two were finished, Batman Beyond, just to name a few. And these are some of the shows that I'm going to be doing, like the reboot of the Thundercats, even the old school Thundercats. So I figured, since I have such an extensive library of stuff to watch, that I figured I would do it Cartoon Asylum, and so it could cover everything. So I'm going to be adding episodes weekly, or I'm going to try to, because last week I had a little stumble because I had computer issues. I'm not going to get into all that, but that's just how it is. Gotta love technology, right, guys? So that's why it took so long for me to upload episode 2. Episode 3 is going to be put up this week. It's going to be on a Marvel cartoon from the 90s, so I hope everyone enjoys it and checks it out. A little retro feel of that. Yeah, so that's just what it is. Like, I enjoy watching cartoons. I don't give a shit who knows it. Like, Archer's one of my favorite ones. That's gonna be going up there on the Asylum. Like, I'm gonna be reviewing a lot of episodes of Archer. There's gonna be like Boondocks episodes. Like, just all shit that I enjoy. So hopefully you guys like it and continue to watch it. So that's a little bit of background on the Cartoon Asylum and why it is Cartoon Asylum instead of Anime Asylum. Yeah, and that's the format I'm going to try to do for every episode, where I give a quick character background on certain cartoons, like Spider-Man, the X-Men. I am not going to give you origin stories because there's no need to. Everybody knows all about them. So that's where I am on those ones. You're gonna get a review, a character sketch. Like on certain guys, you're gonna get me talking about the characters, and then yeah. Then I'm going to go get into the review, and then you're going to get my final thoughts on the episode and what I liked about it, what I didn't like, and so on. Sorry, guys, my throat was getting really dry. I had to take a drink there for a second. It happens, I know. When I'm rambling on for about 7 minutes, my throat tends to get dry. So that's a little bit about Cartoon Asylum. It's something I'm interested in. Later on, I'm going to be getting into comic book reviews, because I do read comics. So a lot of the comics that I read, I'm going to start doing reviews on them. I'm even going to be doing origin episodes on certain characters, like the reboot of Spider-Man that's going on right now, which I am very into. I'm also being doing episodes on Spider-Verse, that series, the Edge of Spider-Verse, and the full Spider-Verse thing, so it's going to be the total package. Way better than Lex Luthor, because at least this will entertain you. So yeah, the comic books are going to be coming up soon. I'm thinking of a name for the show, because I'm going to be doing quite a few episodes on that one. The comic book show, I might be having a couple of guys coming in on a panel just for certain episodes on certain characters and stuff like that. Because I know a couple of buddies that are comic book fans as well, and there's certain characters that they like and such. So we'll be getting into that as well. Those episodes, like the comic book show, it won't be weekly. It'll probably be a bi-weekly to monthly, just because depending on the amount of time I have. Because with me putting up footage from Crossfire, Neo Wrestling, Cartoon Asylum, and now doing more of the Classic Chris show, because I'm sorry about the huge delay on episodes. That's going to stop. I have to keep doing more of these episodes, because I enjoy doing them. I like I like shooting the shit with you guys. It's fun. So that was a little bit about the comic books and everything. And now I want to get on to a main subject. Now I stayed quiet about this. I watched a bunch of videos on this, and a lot of it angered the hell out of me, and I was quite pissed off. But I didn't say anything, or I didn't do anything, because there's one reason why. You can't keep a good guy down. And if you know what I'm talking about the false flagging on Bruce Blitz's videos, and my man getting smeared through the mud, his name and everything, and how people just don't understand what the fuck is going on. Yeah, that's the first time I saw this video, which took me 9 minutes. That is a new Classic Chris record, ladies and gentlemen. It took me 9 minutes to finally drop an F-bomb. So, I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Why the heck would you flag a video? Now, I'm not naming names because, honestly, I do not know who did it. Nobody knows who did it, unless that guilty party would come forward. So I'm not going to mention any people's names, because they don't deserve to be mentioned, because if you did nothing wrong, I have no gripes or beefs with you, because that's just how it is. If you did nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about in my book. That's just how it is. The old saying, you're innocent till proven guilty. But as soon as we find out, or if we get word of who did this, they're just going to be labeled as the biggest jamoke there ever was. That's all I can really say. Like, it is just petty. It is selfish. It is jealousy. It's complete stupidity. Like, what type of person do you have to be to flag someone's video that they put hard work into? You're going to say it was a false thumbnail? Newsflash, people. Every friggin' thumbnail is from the damn episode. Every thumbnail. Everything. Okay, so right there, that's out the window. It wasn't a thumbnail problem. And then, so now you're going to say, let's say he was misleading in his title. Raw after WrestleMania. That doesn't seem like misleading. Or Raw review, the date, WrestleMania hangover. That is not misleading. Because we are going through the WrestleMania hangover. It is a proven fact. Like after WrestleMania, the first show is always really good. Then it starts to get a little lackluster, and then it picks back up for a pay-per-view, as it should. Because we just had the go-home show last night. But, why would you try to ruin someone's hard work? Which I'm glad that Bruce went over to his website, because there he has 100% control of it. He has to charge a subscription because running that website and all the content on it is not cheap. So for all you people think that Bruce Blitz is greedy, no, he is not. He's just a man working. That's all we are. That's all it is. I'm sure anyway, excuse me, sorry, dry throat again. I'm sure anyone that's providing the content and the hours of work that he is putting into it, for it to be just taken down, that's a huge kick in the balls. All that hard work for someone to false flag you, that's a huge kick in the balls. So I do not blame him 100. I am with Bruce 100% on moving to the website, because you can't flag his videos there. You can leave your hateful. You can troll the comments. Who gives a shit? Because honestly, trolls. It's just like what Howard Stern haters do. Back in the day, if anyone's seen the movie Howard Stern Private Parts, NBC Radio was talking about Howard Stern, and they said the average Stern fan listened to a certain amount of time. Then the average Stern hater listened a lot longer than the Stern fans. And the guy was baffled by that, and he's like, well, why, if they hate him, why are they listening to him longer than the people that like him? And they put it simply, I want to see what he's going to do next. And that's how a lot of people are with Bruce. So if you want to troll, honestly, I'm going to go with the Howard Stern deal on this one. Because honestly, you just want to know what Bruce is going to do next, and who doesn't? It's very informative. We got a great panel of guys on there, all individuals that speak their mind and have an opinion. That's right, it's all opinions. So, if you don't like that, I'm not a Roman Reigns fan, that's cool. You can be a Roman Reigns fan, that's amazing. That's what makes the world go round. You're supposed to have difference of opinion, because if we all like the same guy, then we're a bunch of drones, we're a bunch of sheep, we're a bunch of clones. And that's not the type of human race we should be living in. So, Bruce, I'm with you on that. For the people that got his videos taken down, you could suck a dick, or you can, I don't know, you're just a loser. That's all I gotta say. There's nothing cool about you. You're a loser. I'm not gonna rip on anybody I'm not gonna falsely accuse anybody. That is the main thing. I'm not gonna falsely accuse anyone. Until there's the facts, you're all safe. I'm not going to rant on you. I'm not going to rave about you. But now I'm going to get into the people that are making videos just to use Bruce's name to get views, to get popular, I guess, to bring attention to their page, or just to whine and moan about it. Get a life. Everybody has the option to do what they want in life, as long as it's in the confines of the law. So, if you're mad because someone left YouTube, that's understandable. If you're mad because a video got taken down, that's understandable. I'm mad that videos got taken down. And it's not the last time it's going to happen on YouTube. But for you guys to go out there and drag my man's name through the mud, one of my good friends, Bruce Blitz, his name through the mud, I'm sorry. But that is bullshit. That is complete and utter bullshit. Half the shit that you guys said, I guarantee you, you would never have the balls to say it to his face or to anyone on the panel's face. This is pro wrestling. Get a grip. The wrestling is fake. The outcomes are fake. Why are you getting so passionate over sports entertainment? That's why they're not a sport. That's why UFC is a sport. Because no one knows the outcome before it happens. Because these guys are really fighting. Like WWE, there's a lot of training. These moves have to be done by professionals. So, and that's where I give them credit. Because I am a wrestling commentator for Crossfire Wrestling. Check out their YouTube page. Check out the matches I put up. But I am a commentator. So I understand the physicality and how tough it is to be a wrestler. Because I have trained. I have taken bumps. I know how it is. I never accomplished anything because of my height, so that's why I am a commentator. That's just how it is. I'm not bitching over it. I'm not going to make videos, oh, I'm too short to be a wrestler. Fuck that. No. I just don't care. It happens. Like, I'm not the tallest in the world, but I'm also not the shortest in the world, so really I don't give a fuck. But for you people to come out there and bash somebody and saying he's greedy, saying all these things, basically, that's slander. You have no proof over this. That is slander. And I'm sorry, but to people that are getting death threats on the internet, like, I really hope you're not, because that's not cool to be getting death threats. But you know who takes death threats seriously? The police. You legally cannot say to somebody, I'm going to kill you. You cannot say that. You can barely even say, I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to kick the shit out of you. You can barely even say that. But if someone ever comes out and utters the phrase, I'm going to kill you or you're dead, guess what? You can take them to the police. Because technically, that's very, very bad to say. And it is. Like, you should not be saying, oh, I'll kill you. I'm going to kill you. Because technically, that's almost like... That's just one of the dumbest things you could say. Like, if you're angry at someone, cool. You can tell them to go fuck off, tell them to eat a dick. You can say so much shit. You can tell them to eat shit for all I care. But don't ever say you're going to kill somebody. Like, death threats are never the answer. Because that is a very serious thing, death threats. So don't ever do those. Because IP addresses can be tracked, but they also can be manipulated. So that's just how this world works. But honestly, that shit is taken very seriously. You should never send out death threats because, honestly, like I said earlier, this is sports entertainment. It is not a real sport. It's not baseball. It's not football. It's not basketball. And it's not hockey. It's not the UFC. It is sports entertainment. The outcomes are predetermined. There is a storyline. There is time limits to matches. There is so many variables that if someone doesn't like or share your opinion, who gives a shit? It's just like liking a TV show or not liking a TV show. It is just wrestling. That's all it is. It's a fake thing. People, like, someone asked me, oh, Classic Chris, do you care that John Cena's close to breaking Ric Flair's record? No, I really don't care, because it's not a real record. It's just saying that management believed in you this many times to make you champion that many times. In my opinion, Ric Flair deserved it, though, because Ric Flair's a draw. He's still a draw today. I remember going to meet Ric Flair at Comic-Con, and I waited a long time in that lineup. I waited a long time. Just like meeting Bret Hart, I waited a long time. And that's just how it happens sometimes. But for these people to flag videos just because you have a difference in opinion, I am sorry, but grow up. It's 2015. As Grits would say, the pussification of men has got to stop. Where's all the testosterone at? Were you, I don't know, coddled too much as a baby? Were you held too close? I don't know, and I don't care. But man the fuck up. There's no need to go out there and flag people's videos. There's videos I don't like. I just won't watch it again. Or I'll give you a thumbs down because it's happened to me before. I've got thumbs down, but who cares? I'm not going to go and flag a video. How do you even go out and flag a video? Like, I understand if there's racial comments, if there's, if you're, like racist towards, like a certain race, sexual orientations, whatever. Like, but if you're flagging a video because someone doesn't like John Cena or Roman Reigns, or doesn't share the same opinion on Daniel Bryan, fuck off. That is ridiculous. And I'm a Daniel Bryan fan. So, if someone bashes Daniel Bryan, sure, I'm not going to really like it, but they're entitled to their opinion. That's what opinions are about. They're like assholes. Everyone's got one, and they all shoot out different shit. That's basically how an opinion is. So, but for these people to keep coming out and making videos like day after day, leave the man alone. Just leave Bruce Blitz alone. He's the man. He's a good friend of mine, and the main reason why I didn't say anything or make a video, like actual video where I'm, fighting back, because I don't need to fight back. Bruce is a man. He can do his own fighting. That's all I gotta say. Like, being a member of the Blitz team, we're all strong individuals that believe in our convictions and our opinions. From the panel members to the commenters to just the viewers, everyone feels strongly about their own opinions, and that's what makes it so good. That's what makes it so worthwhile, and that's why I enjoy doing the videos with Bruce and the guys. I love shooting the shit, talking wrestling, because that's the only place where I can really do it besides here on the Classic Chris Show. And it just really bugged me. It just really bugged me how these people will go and just literally talk out of their ass and slander my friend. But I'm not naming any names because that bridge is like it's all water under the bridge now between certain people that put up the videos. Like, so I'm not really mentioning like the main guys that that were addressed in the Bruce Blitz Fight Back video. I'm talking about all these jamokes, all these clowns, all these meatheads, all these fucking morons that are coming out of the woodwork trying to get popular, trying to bash my friend without even like an honest, like a valid opinion. Like, when I did my Royal Rumble review, I was pissed. But I uploaded the video. I did the video the next day because I needed time to cool down. I had to clear my head. Get things straight. Put my perspectives and my opinions in order. And waiting a day was one of the best things I ever did, because if I would have went on that video, I would have been yelling, I would have been screaming, I would have been swearing up and down, and it wouldn't have been like more of an opinion. It would have just been more of my anger and hatred towards the outcomes. But like, what can I say? The guy did absolutely nothing wrong. The videos were perfect, so whoever flagged him, fuck you. And that's just where I'm gonna end it there on that topic. Like, Bruce is the man, a good friend, someone I was honored to be on the panel with. I am honored to be on it. The fact that when I got added on last year, when I did this SmackDown review on BlitzSportsNetwork.com. Remember, if you don't have a subscription, subscribe. I'm going to put a link down in the description so you can click to it if you want to subscribe to Bruce's website. I suggest you do. It's cheaper than a magazine subscription, and you're going to get more enjoy of that, because once you're done with the magazine, odds are you're not going to read it again after you're done reading it right away. So, at the Blitz Sports Network, as soon as you're done watching a video, you're going to go want to watch another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. That's just how it goes. That's how good the content is on that website. So, that's where I stand on that one. And if I offended anybody, I'm trying not to offend anybody. This is just my opinion on the people that said stuff. Like the major guys that post up videos and stuff like that, that were mentioned in the Bruce Blitz video. I have no beef towards you. I'm just stating my opinion, and that's all. So, don't think I have any beef towards you guys. Cool in my books. Like, hey, we might have a difference in opinion on certain things. We might have the same opinion on others. You don't know. That's just what makes the world go round. That's it. So, hey, guys, so I'm not trying to piss anybody off. That's just my honest feelings on that. And I think I talked enough about that subject. So I'm going to move on. And I want to talk about the WWE taking away the curb stomp from Seth Rollins. That's a great finisher. I enjoy watching it. I like how him and Orton set up that finish for the WrestleMania match, the curb stomp to RKO. That was beautiful. Beautiful. I mentioned that earlier, how much I enjoyed seeing that. But for them to take away the curb stomp, I don't like that. Even though his finisher last night that he gave to Dolph Ziggler, that was pretty good. That was a good match. I enjoy seeing those two guys fight. Like Seth Rollins, ever since becoming champion, well, actually no, for the past couple of years, like I was going to say, like last 2 to 3 years, Seth Rollins has put on some of the best matches and consistently because that guy barely ever gets injured too. Like that guy's been nothing but consistency in the ring. He stole the show in the Shield matches when they fought Evolution. He stole the show in a lot of times in the Shield matches, even in the tag matches when he was teaming with Roman Reigns. He stole the show. Just like I mentioned earlier, like those matches with Evolution when he's jumping off of he's doing like bumps like New Jack, where he's taking those high dives and stuff like that. He really was stealing the show. His matches and his build up, like the Money in the Bank match, like just his then afterwards his feud with Dean Ambrose, great. Like everything that he's been doing, it's been entertaining in the ring. His promos, though sometimes do get a bit boring, but I don't care. He is very entertaining. So I like Seth Rollins as the champion, but to take away the curb stomp finisher, I do not like. Seth Rollins is a great worker. He does the power bomb. He does the turnbuckle power bomb, which is great. That's you don't see that too often by guys. The curb stomp can be a safe move. Everyone that's done it so far has taken it like a champ. Like Brock Lesnar even sold the shit out of it. And for Brock Lesnar to sell for a move like that, you know it's a good move. Just I don't like that they're taking it away from him. But his move last night, that DDT variation or whatever he did, I liked it. It was good. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out like in the future. But I really think that the curb stomp should stick around because it's a good move, and I don't want it to fade in obscurity. I think WWE is being too cautious on stuff. Like your sports entertainment, you're not a real sport. Remember, guys, you're trained professionals. You're trained to take these moves, so I don't see guys getting hurt with the curb stomp if it's done right. Like Seth Rollins, how many times did he curb stomp like Randy Orton into the steps or Dean Ambrose into cinder blocks? Like, come on, that's if they could do a curb stomp onto those style of hard objects, it's a safe move. I'm sorry, and that's just how I feel about the curb stomp. So that move should not be banned. That's just where I stand on that one. Do not ban the curb stomp, which is already done. So no use fighting that battle. It's like fighting the Cena Wars. You're never going to win that one. Just ask Rusev, ask everybody, ask everyone on the U.S. Championship Burial Tour 2015. But yeah, so that's a couple stuff I've been up to. Been really busy lately. Putting a show together for Crossfire Wrestling this weekend, April 26th at the Meriden Community Center. Check it out if you're in the St. Catharines area. It's going to feature a rematch for our Crossfire Heavyweight Championship. Our champion, Jeremy Elliott, will be defending the belt against the former champion, member of the Infamous Five, my Infamous Five brother, the nice Jewish boy, Tomer Shalom. It's going to be a great match. If anyone's seen Jingle Bell Brawl 3, you already know what you're going to expect out of those two. It's going to be a great match. I'm excited to call it. I cannot wait. But just getting everything for the show, it keeps you busy. Like helping to book talent and everything like that, because I kind of upgraded just from commentary. I'm helping out too with more things. I'm not going to get into detail because there's no reason to get into detail yet. But no, it's a lot of work. I've been working closely with the bookers and everything like that. It's all a learning experience. I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of work, but I can't wait to see the final product because, like, we got our new editor and my new commentating partner as well, Lord Hutch Henrys from VCW in Toronto. Check their show out, Victory Commonwealth Wrestling. It's Victory Showcase. It's a very entertaining wrestling show. It just got picked up by all the Rogers stations in Ontario, like in the Toronto area and everything like that. And the surrounding area. So if you're interested in some local wrestling, check out their YouTube page so you can get an idea of how Crossfire Wrestling is going to look, because we got the same guy as editing, and I'm gonna be calling the show with their head commentator Hutch Henrys, and I enjoyed it. I worked with him in March at Meltdown for at the Scotiabank Center in Niagara Falls. It was a great show. I enjoyed doing it. Hutch threw me off kind of though. I wasn't expecting him being that good because this is his first time at Crossfire. I I was expecting to have like a couple more openings to hop in, but that guy he was on fire. Completely threw me off actually. So I got to be on my game extra on Sunday. But I can't wait for it. The show that we're doing is Mayhem. Yeah, that's right, Mayhem in April. It's because we had a falling out with our May booking, so we just changed the April show name because we didn't really have a show for April. The name actually April was supposed to be originally Meltdown, then we got booked at the Scotiabank Center, so that's just how it is. And Mayhem doesn't have to be in May. Mayhem, like, it does have a decent ring to it, but you don't have to have the damn month name in every single in the pay-per-view name, so fuck it. I like it. So yeah, I'm excited for that world title match. We have a tag team that's making their debut at the Crossfire Arena at the Meriden Community Center. The Rochester Wrecking Crew. Now these guys impressed me when I saw them at Mayhem. They're a good, crisp tag team. They got a vet in there, Hellcat. I'm not sure if how many people have heard of him, but he's a great vet. I enjoy watching him. Him and his partner Nick Sweets, I think his name was Nick Sweet. They're very entertaining, and I cannot wait to see them on the Crossfire main stage because they're going to be sticking around for a while, and I'm so happy that they're on the roster. They're going to be fighting a local tag team out of Niagara called the Italianos. It's going to be an interesting match because the Italianos have been the longest reigning running tag team in Niagara and possibly in Ontario. I'm not sure about the whole Ontario thing, but in Niagara, that is a 100% fact that they are the longest running tag team. They've held belts in every organization they've been in except for Crossfire. So both teams are on the hunt for the gold, and that's what I like to see, competitiveness, trying to become champion. Both these teams are fighting to move up in the tag team title picture. Speaking of the tag team title picture, we're having the final match between our current tag team champions, Monkey Business. That's Go Time, Chris LaPlante, and Sexy Monkey. They're teaming up and defending their tag titles against the former tag champs, Revelation, in the best 2 out of 3 falls. And by the end of that show, we're going to have a clear-cut winner. Our Jingle Bell Brawl, the match ended in controversy. Some feel that Ruin had his foot on the ropes, some don't. And then at Mayhem, we witnessed a double countout. So both matches, we didn't like for that rematch, we didn't have a clear cut winner. So the only thing that Crossfire could do is put these guys together for a 2 out of 3 falls. That's going to end all the bitching. It's going to end all the crying, and we're going to get an undisputed tag team champions out of this. And what does that say down the road for other tag teams? Pay attention, because the winner of this is the tag team you're going to be hunting, so keep your eyes out. We got my man, Infamous 5 member Rob Rage, making his in-ring debut in singles competition for Crossfire Wrestling, taking on a guy who's trying to make his name by going through the Infamous 5, Chief of Day. Now this guy, he's been very impressive in Crossfire. Had one of the longest reigning undefeated streaks of Crossfire until losing his first match at Jingle Bell Brawl 3 to the professional Jackson Jarvis. He's been fighting. He's been trying to fight the Infamous 5, trying to make a name for himself, and can't blame you. We're the hottest act at Crossfire, so who else are you going to want to be in the ring against except for the hottest act in Crossfire, the Infamous 5? So he's going to be taking on Rob Rage here, and it's going to be a physical match. I can see these two powerhouses just going at each other, and it's just going to be an all-out brawl. You're going to see power versus power. It's not going to be too scientific, but it's going to turn into a slugfest, in my opinion. I can see this turning into an all-out brawl. I can see people getting thrown around in this one. It should be entertaining. And those are just some of the couple of matches that are on Mayhem. I'm going to be actually no. There's one more match I want to get into, and it is in the female division. We have Skylar Rose taking on Caitlin Diamond. Now these two have had a feud for as long as I can remember, it seems, at Crossfire. These two have been in and out of the ring. They've had several battles, and could Sunday be the culmination? Could this be the final bout between Skylar Rose and Caitlin Diamond? Who knows? Because Caitlin Diamond, she has been on a little slump with Skylar Rose, and I could definitely see if Skylar Rose comes out with this one, there's no way Caitlin Diamond deserves another match with her. Caitlin Diamond, she's an experienced wrestler out of Mexico. Skylar Rose was trained through the Neo Dojo by Jesse Scott. She was also trained a little bit by Jeremy Elliott and everything like that. But Skylar Rose is very known in the Niagara region. She has a very impressive record. She has only lost once in her entire career in Crossfire. So this match between Caitlin Diamond wants this. You could tell she's determined to win. Before, you could tell she was more like the vet, plotting. But I could see this fight, this match. I could see Caitlin Diamond going all out. There's no way Caitlin Diamond can, if you lose this match, that's just going to put you so far down in the rankings. You lose to someone 3 times, I'm sorry. You have no right to have a 4th match. I am sorry. This is not a best of 7 series. So if anyone knows where I'm going on that one. But in that match, my money's on Caitlin Diamond. Just the experience factor. She's hungry. Skylar Rose is at her number, though. So it's going to be a tough match. My money's on Diamond. But Skylar, you don't know because she's been impressive. The fans have been behind her. Like I said, she's only lost 1 match at Crossfire at Jingle Bell Brawl 3. So if you haven't seen Jingle Bell I can't talk right now. So if you haven't seen Jingle Bell Brawl 3, check it out. It was a good show. I was happy to part of it. In my opinion, that is some of my best commentating. In fact, that could be my best show doing commentating because I wasn't happy with Mayhem. I was not happy at all. And that's Crossfire. That's my Crossfire wrestling news for this show. And now I'm going to carry on. I've talked wrestling, and now I'm going to talk about something that's caught my eye over the past couple of days. It was just uploaded to Netflix, so I'm not sure if you guys seen it. I'm not going to really get into detail about it just because of spoilers and everything. But how many of you have seen that new Daredevil show? I fucking love it. The casting, it is great. Just the way the story structure's been going along, I like it. Just Daredevil. The way that this guy portrays it, the actor they hired to play Daredevil / Matt Murdock, he's perfect. There's no other, in my opinion, there's no other way you could do this. If they ever do a movie, he's our Daredevil. It made me completely forget about the atrocity of the Ben Affleck movie, which I'm so glad that Honest Trailers cut a video for him on Screen Junkies, because that was a funny Honest trailer. I really enjoyed Daredevil. It to me is a very, very entertaining show. It's a complete antithesis of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I'm sorry, I hate Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I cannot watch it. I have tried watching it some of the first 3 episodes. Let's put it this way, I fell asleep during episode 2, and by the time I woke up, episode 3 was done, so I'm sorry, I just can't get it behind it. S.H.I.E.L.D. should be way better in the show. I'm sorry. It should be. You have some of the actors from the movie, so please utilize the people that you have and use it properly. It's just not entertaining. But Daredevil, it's the exact opposite. Like I said, the antithesis. Daredevil is very entertaining. There's good story structure. The action scenes are phenomenal. The acting, the way the way everyone acts with each other, the character structure, it is great. There's the characters they have chosen, like Kingpin, love it. I just love how everything's going. I'm still currently watching the show, but that's just my first take on it so far. I'm in the middle of season 1. I think I'm on episode 6, or I think I'm on episode 7 or 8 now, actually, and I've been entertained with every episode from start to end. Entertainment. That's all I could say with Daredevil, and I want to thank Netflix and Marvel for putting this together. Marvel, I heard you got the rights back to Punisher. If you did, please do another show on Netflix, because Daredevil, it's rated MA. It's amazing. It's just like Billy says, just make it TV MA. It's going to be good. And Billy's right. Billy is fucking right. If we could do that with pro wrestling, hallelujah. I'm surprised a wrestling company like TNA hasn't tried to get on Netflix. Netflix is global. I would definitely try to get on Netflix, because that way, it's a paid subscription. It'll help your guys. If look at the budget that was put into, just look into the budget that was put into Daredevil, just the way it is just great. All of Netflix's original programming. They brought back the Trailer Park Boys. They're going to bring back Full Outs. They're going to bring, and it's going to be called Fuller House, a 13 episode reunion special. They brought back Arrested Development. They've made BoJack Horseman. They brought back, I think I already mentioned the Trailer Park Boys. If I haven't, well, the Trailer Park Boys. They know what's good. And if there's something that's good, they're going to put some money into it. And as a viewer, I am thankful that they do that. Daredevil's a great show. And speaking of great shows, are I heard recently that Network Stars is going to be bringing back one of my favorite shows, and I'm so pumped about it. It's not what the show I thought it was going to be. It's not going to be. It's not going to be a sequel to Spartacus. It's not going to be a show on Caesar, which I wish it was. I would love to see the rise and fall of Caesar done the way Spartacus was done. But we're going to get a prequel show called The House of Batiatus, and I cannot wait to do that or to watch that, because that's going to be focusing around Capua and the arena and the rise of the Batiatus family. And I cannot wait to see Batiatus' dad with like a younger version of him with his champions. So that is going to be interesting. If no one's seen Spartacus, I'm going to tell you that to me is one of my favorite shows that's ever been made. If I know a lot of people are Game of Thrones fans because they like the story structure and they like how it's done. If you like Game of Thrones, I'm telling you, you're going to probably jizz in your pants over Spartacus. It's not for the faint of heart. I'm going to tell you that right now. There's a lot of graphic, and I repeat, graphic kills. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of swearing. There's a lot of nudity, a lot of sex. Like this show is properly done. People are like, oh, it's too violent. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you read a history book? Do you know about gladiator times? Do you know about the Roman Empire? A lot of shit was brutality back then. The battle scenes, the wars, just everything. Guys were dying just by a loss of limb, because we don't have the technology that we do nowadays. Like someone can get cut on the side, and an infection can kill them. They didn't have antibiotic back then. Just the way everything was, it was tough. I'm gonna warn people, in case you didn't see Spartacus or you don't know. The main character that played Spartacus in season 1, Andy, he passed away. So they had to go into a prequel season the next season featuring around a major character called Gannicus and how the House of Batiatus got Crixus, played by Manu Bennett. But Andy passed away, so they replaced him with a new guy named Liam. And at first, I was kind of sour towards Liam. I didn't really like him in the first season, but like that he played. I think it was Vengeance, Spartacus Vengeance. He was in that one. And he did a good job. It's just Andy was so good that it was tough to compare the two. But you can't really compare the two, and you can't get mad. And I saw some of these comments on Netflix, because some people are just friggin' stupid. They're like, oh, the original guy was way better than the new guy. I'm sorry, the original guy passed away. It wasn't like there's a conflict on contracts over money or just a dispute. The guy passed away, and he loved the show so much that he wanted them to carry it on. So they added in this new character, Liam, or not a new character, but the new actor, Liam. And he acted his ass off in War of the Damned. That last season, that final episode, just how he carried himself as Spartacus. I believed in that guy. I loved that episode. I loved how the season carried on. For all my Game of Thrones fans, sometimes in Thrones where you don't really see a full battle, you get the march to war, black screen. Then afterwards, like, well, we kicked the crap out of them. Did we win? Well, if we didn't win, we wouldn't be talking right now. Like when Tyrion woke up after the battle when his Hills tribes and everyone and Bronn won the battle. And you missed everything. At Spartacus, even the final battle, you get the beginning, the middle, and the end. Every fight you see in the arena, you get the beginning, middle, and end. It has a lot of characteristics that 300 has. So, like in the battles, like how they're done. So, if you're a fan of 300, the original 300 movie, not the sequel, even though the sequel wasn't that bad, you're going to like it. I love Spartacus. It is one of my favorite shows. I'm excited for that prequel show. And I really hope they do a Caesar show, so we get everything about about the triumvirate of the trifecta of Marcus Crassus, Julius Caesar, and Pompey, however you pronounce it. But that is going to be very good. I did watch Rome. I liked it, but I think the guys that did Spartacus could just do a better job. That's how I feel about it. So that's a couple. That was just me on Daredevil and stuff like that. SpiderMan coming back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Thank God, because I understand they're building up to Sinister Six for the Sony ones. They're building up for the Sinister Six movie. That's cool, I get it. But you know what movies have the best impact? The movies where there's only one villain, where you're only fighting one guy. Like All the Dark Knight movies were great. Batman was only dealing with one guy. Well, really, except until Two-Face came in. Because, in my opinion, Two-Face should have had his own friggin' movie. That would have been phenomenal. We could have had 4 movies. Two-Face could have been the villain in number 3. Then we could have Bane in number 4. It would have been great. But that's just how it went. Spider-Man, the first movie when he fought the Lizard, I enjoyed it. I like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man because he has that cockiness that Peter Parker does have when he is Spider-Man. Like the way he cowered to that, and, oh no, a small blade, my only weakness. Then just webbed the guy. It was friggin' hilarious. I thought it was good. Because Spider-Man cracks jokes. If anyone's read the comic books, Spider-Man is a wisecracking fighter. He does, that's just how Spider-Man is. And, when you add it in, the next movie, you have Electro. Cool. I'm down with that. Different spin on him. You're using the Marvel Ultimate Universe Electro, I know, it's because how he has the blue electricity style instead of the green outfit wearing Electro, which is cool. Jamie Foxx did a good job on that. I was kind of happy with that. Good job, Jamie Foxx. And what really soured me was that the Green Goblin came in, kills Gwen Stacy. I could say that because it's on Netflix, or this movie's been out for a while, so there's no spoiler alerts now. And that was basically it. Then he defeats the Green Goblin. Cool. Why couldn't we have a whole movie of the Green Goblin? Why couldn't the final scene be Harry Osborn turning into the Green Goblin? And the next movie we get that. Instead of Peter staying away for a while. Then coming back to fight a robotic rhino? A robotic rhino. Come on! Rhino is a massive human being. Please keep it like that. The guy has super strength. Just keep it like that. He's a human rhino. That's it. Don't give him some stupid robotic suit because that is just BS. It looks like shit. I'm sorry. It looks like shit. He's not fighting bionics or mechanals, whatever the hell those things are called on TV. I think it was bionics. I don't know. He's not fighting robot jocks. It's Spider-Man, for Christ's sakes. That's it. But I'm happy he's going to be back in the universe. Because like I was saying, the movies with one villains were good. When you had him fight the Green Goblin in the first movie, and the original trilogy, great. When he fought Dr. Octopus, great. Then when you had Sandman and Venom, terrible. It should have been just the Sandman. Oh yeah, he was also fighting Green Goblin in that movie too. So he was fighting 3 people at one point. That's just stupid. It makes no sense. You get a lot more story, a lot more development, a lot more action out of fighting the one person. And that's just how I feel. And I cannot wait till Marvel sinks their teeth back into Spider-Man because they're going to do it right. They did it right with Avengers. They're doing it right with Daredevil. They're doing it right with everything that they're bringing up right now. I have to say, Marvel, they're kicking DC's ass right now. The only thing that DC's been able to come out with that have been good has been their animated movies. Superman was good. He killed Zod, but Superman doesn't kill. That's the thing. That's what makes them heroes, opposed to being anti-heroes. How Punisher, he'll kill. He's an anti-hero. He's like a tweener in wrestling, basically. I'm excited to see Spider-Man in the cinematic universe again. I cannot wait for the new Avengers movie. Just everything that Marvel's been doing, I'm excited. Fantastic Four. Oh, Fox, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's all I can say. I'm not a big Fantastic Four fan. I am not. I even tried reading the reboot when they did the Ultimate Fantastic Four. Not a fan. But the Human Torch was the only entertaining one out of them. Because I got really into the Ultimate Spider-Man. Until they killed him off. Brought in Miles Morales. I gave him a shot. Was not a fan. Until the reboot, the Marvel Now came out, and you had the return of Peter Parker. Those comics were fun to read. I enjoyed them. Now that Peter Parker's out of them, I'm back not liking it. I liked having the 2 Spider-Man thing, the whole mystery. Peter Parker's alive? I thought he was dead. That is beautiful. That is glorious. I like how that's all how that's pieced together. But just so if Miles Morales is the Ultimate Spider-Man and Peter Parker's alive, can we get Peter Parker's the Ultimate Spider-Man comics? He could be in a different city now or something. Can we get that, or have him come back as Ben Reilly? Like, like, oh, Peter Parker, since he's dead, to avoid confusion, I'm just going to change my name to Ben Reilly, and we have the Ultimate Scarlet Spider comics. I think that'd be amazing. That's just some ideas. Like, I love Spider-Man. Like, he's my favorite comic book character, him and Batman. I guess the main reason why you could say it's the villains. Those guys deal with the most entertaining and diverse villains, like Superman. Like, you fight some of the dumbest and yet some of the strongest supervillains there ever is. Like, there's nothing to relate to. Batman, you're the best detective in the face of the earth, basically. Like, you deal with guys like the Joker, Penguin, Riddler, just the list goes on and on. Those are just three. Like, Spider-Man, he deals with the Green Goblin. Kingpin, he deals with the Shocker. He deals with Electro. He deals with so many guys, like Carnage, Venom, and just the list goes on and on and on. He is Marvel's Batman, if you will, like, for lack of better words, because he has literally teamed up with everybody, and he's probably fought everybody. He's an Avenger. He's now in comic books with a new X-Men class, like, where he's actually a teacher at the X-Men Academy. So it's interesting, but I've just been rambling on about comics here for a little bit. So yeah, like Spider-Man, like, I could definitely see me doing some Spider-Man videos coming up. Like I said, like for the comic book show, I'm going to be doing an origins video on the reboot of Spider-Man, like how he is back, like 2004 or 14 or 2014. Yes, they brought back the Amazing Spider-Man. They relaunched it with issue 1, and I have every issue. I love it. So be on the lookout for my comic book shows, because I'm definitely going to start reviewing some comic books that I enjoy reading, like The Walking Dead, Night of the Living Dead. There's going to be a lot of zombie-based comic books. There's going to be a lot of superhero-based ones. I'm going to be reviewing the new Star Wars comics, so keep on the lookout for that. Classic Chris is going to be... I'm going to be wrapping up this episode soon. Like, actually, I'm going to be wrapping up right now. I've kept you guys bored for about... I've been rambling on for about an hour almost. So I want to thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Classic Chris Show. Stay tuned for more content, because it's going to be uploaded. And I want to apologize to everybody for slacking. It's April 21st. Happy 421 day. I hope everybody enjoyed their 420. Have a great one. Classic Chris, and I'm signing off.